Before we get into this episode, I'm currently looking for an audio mixer for my intros. Thank you. Hello, Familia, and welcome to, technically speaking, episode 2 and 3. We're doing a double dose this week because, well, I feel you guys deserve it. And to be honest, I feel I've let you guys down with not being on time with the upload. Not to mention being sick for the past few days was honestly the worst. But I digress. Let's move on to happier times and happier moments. So, welcome to episode 2 of The Art of the AI. Choose your way. What does that mean? Well, in episode 1, we actually told you how to click the like button and why you should. In episode 2 here, we're going to talk about choosing the way you want to stream. What does that mean exactly? Well, a lot of people just click the button and then they expect everything to happen just all at once. Like, oh my god, I'm supposed to be the biggest streamer ever because I have X, X, Y, Z, whatever. But in all honesty, that's not the case. It all depends on so many metrics, such as what you're playing, your personality. It depends on your connections, your sociability, in some cases, it also depends on, well, how people perceive you. It sounds painful, it sounds very messy, but in all honesty, it's the truth. When you pick what you want to stream, it can either make or break you. But at the exact same time, it should not be a end-all be-all. If you like a game, play it. So what if it's not currently the top game in the world? So what if a lot of people hate it? You're going to find people out there that actually enjoy it. Not to mention, the type of games you play also play a huge role into it. For example, if you play an RPG game, it's not like you're playing with other people, you're not playing with your viewers, you're playing it for the story. And people may resonate with that. They'll join you for your journey on it. They will understand the storyline of that game because you're doing it. Some people are afraid to buy games. They want to see somebody else's point of view before they do it. Yes, that does mean that in that kind of scenario, you may gain viewers or you may lose them because they don't want to get spoilers or whatever. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. When it comes to choosing your games, don't base it on the market. Don't base it on what is popular, what's in and out. It doesn't matter. I mean, metric-wise, it matters a whole lot. But in terms of your community, what matters is your enjoyment. Just because you're playing something that's popular does not mean you're going to make it big. If anything, it actually can hurt you because your viewers will feel what you feel when you're playing that game. So if you detest that game with a passion, but you're playing it because, oh my god, it's getting so many views, they're going to realize that you're not in it for the enjoyment of it. You're in it because you want to become something more and you don't care how you do it. And that's negative. People resonate more with positive emotions. They resonate more with the true you. And if that means playing a game that's off the market, if that means playing indie games because you love indie games, if that means playing RPGs because you love RPGs, if it means playing Destiny 2 during a lull moment, if it means playing Genshin Impact, if it means doing what you enjoy, your viewers will appreciate it. they will love you for it. And it will be so much better than if you do something that you hate. Again, this is my opinion. This is based on experiences I've had by being a viewer, by being a streamer. I've seen these things, I've experienced these things, and I'm sharing my experiences with you so that you can then take it and run with it. Next thing, though, because this is a doubleheader, and this is where it's going to get pretty hardcore. We're going to talk about communities. And again, this is through my experiences. This is things that I have seen, and these are reasons why some communities are avoided like the plague. Doesn't matter if their videos are entertaining, it's because of the community itself why a streamer can die. You live and you die by your community. So, let's first start off with what is a community? When you're a streamer and you actually have people coming in, you will start off, of course, with 0. Everybody starts off at 0 because people don't know you. People have not seen you, they don't know what you're capable of, they don't know your personality, etc., etc. The only exemption from that fact right there is if you are a part of a community already, and because you're part of that community, people know you and they want to see your gameplay firsthand versus you being on the sidelines in another streamer's stream, of course. But exceptions aside, what this means is it's okay to start off at 0. It's okay to have 1 viewer. It's okay to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. That's your starting point. If you have 0, stream as if you have more. Stream like you have 1,000 people. Because when a new person comes into your chat and they hear you literally not speaking because or not doing anything because you feel depressed, saddened, etc., because you have viewers that are not there, that will hurt you more than help you. If you are speaking to yourself, speaking your mind, thinking of all these things, this will help the viewers come in want to actually speak up themselves. If you have a point of view because of an event that just happened in the game, if you are experiencing something fresh and brand new and you're talking out loud, it will help the lurkers actually speak up. Give your point of view, their point of views, etc. And that is your starting point for your community, because that will be somebody that wants to speak to you. They'll put their point of view in, and it will grow. They'll get to know you, you'll get to know them. Your community is like a family, and that family starts with you. And this is where we're going to slowly devolve into a very dark part now. Because it starts with you, this is where it's going to get very painful to hear. Some of you who are watching this right now are part of communities. Great, understandable. But if you wonder why your streamer's name isn't heard through the mouths of other people that are higher up in that community, it's because your streamer's community is kind of toxic. And what does toxicity mean? It means if you're an asshole as a streamer, your community will resonate with that and they will go with that. And even if you're the best streamer to them and they go to social media with your kind of attitude, it will then tarnish your reputation because your community is a representation of you. And if you're a great streamer and a good personality and you resonate with people, people will know you and it will spread the positivity. But if you're a negative impact upon the community, your name will be known as a negative impact, and thus it will tarnish you. So they can either elevate you or they can destroy you based on what you do. A community is you. It's your family, and as such, treat them the way you want to be treated. So if you treat your community well, they will treat you well. If you treat them and anybody that is new properly, they will then spread that positivity. But keep in mind, people are always watching. So even if you build your community up, you have to be careful. You have to know what is right and wrong. You are better than this. So, what am I getting at? When you're a streamer and you start growing, make sure that you set some groundwork for making sure your community knows what is right and what is wrong. Because whatever you do, they will do. You're the head of the family. Teach your children properly. Got it? Alright. Like I said, it was going to get pretty heavy. So, kind of sorry about that. But yes, again, this is because I've experienced things as a viewer, mainly when it comes to communities, that toxicity spews so quickly. And that's why I literally left communities. The moment I see a streamer is only about themselves and about money, they lose me. But if they are true to themselves, they keep me and I will support them. Alright. Moving on to one question that I felt I should answer. Because this has been asked a few times in my DMs, through Twitter, through Discord, and Oddly Curious Cat, which, Jesus Christ, how far did you have to scroll down my Twitter to find that? Like, what? That's so old. It's not even my link tree. What the hell? Like, I got an email with that shit. Like, what? I actually couldn't remember my password for a while. So yeah, you're lucky I got that question. So, why am I a virtual? Why am I the way that I am? Well, I'm a demonic AI. What do you mean? But in all honesty, it's because being a virtual means you can be who you want to be. You can be open. You can teach people through your voice, through your actions, and not be judged based on your outward appearance. And honestly, it's sad, it's depressing when you hear it like that, but at the exact same time, it's the truth. People will judge you. There are streamers out there that are afraid to be in front of a camera because of that kind of situation. Because of their sex, because of their voice, because of their personalities, because of their outward appearances, etc., etc. It's so jarring, so stressful. But when you can be a virtual, you can literally be who you want to be. Be as open as you want to be. Be as demonic, as evil, as compassionate as you want to be, without any fear. And honestly, I am so grateful that I am one. I'm grateful to those within the virtual community that have opened their arms, have spoken to me, I'm grateful for the people that have gotten to know me over the years before I was one. Shout out to my mods. Woo woo. But in all honesty, being a virtual allowed me to be more open. And I'm happy I am one. So, yes. Next week, we will do episode 3, which that theme's going to be pretty heavy. Metrics. Fucking metrics. Oh man, I hope you're ready for that shit. Anyways, this has been your demonic AI, Shy, signing off on the Art of the AI, episode 2. Later.